Hello students, welcome back to the English Danny channel. Today I'm going to explain one of the most important and basic tenses in English, the simple present tense. I'll show you how to make it, how to use it, and I'll give you plenty of examples so you can get the feel of it quickly. Are you ready? Before we begin the lesson, I want to welcome any new viewers. Please subscribe to our channel if you like this content. And to all of our existing viewers, please like and share this video since it helps us keep making more videos for you to learn from. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the simple present. This is a great tense to start learning English with because it is one of the easiest to make and uses the base form of the verb. For example, if you look up the verbs say or teach, you will quickly learn what they mean. And these forms are the base form of the verb. And we use this to make the simple present. I say something to you. You say something to me. We say many things. They say even more things. I teach English. They teach English. You teach English. The only time the simple present gets a little tricky is when the subject of the sentence, the person doing the action, is a third person, meaning it's not I or we or you or they. A third person subject can be words like he, she, it, Jeff, Lisa, Earth, the computer, this movie, the English Danny channel. When the subject of the sentence is a third person, we add s to the base verb. Say, says. Think, thinks. Help, helps. Leave, leaves. Orbit, orbits. I say something, he says something. You think something, Lisa thinks something. We help someone, the computer helps someone. I leave somewhere, she leaves somewhere. They orbit the teacher, Earth orbits the sun. What do we do with teach? Does that become teach s? Well, in English that doesn't quite sound or look right. We say teaches with es. We have a few exceptions to that just add s rule depending on sound. For verbs ending with s sounds like double s, x, sh, and ch, we don't just add s, we add es to the base. Look at these examples. Pass, passes. Stress, stresses. Fix, fixes. Climax, climaxes. Wish, wishes. Blush, blushes. Teach, teaches. Stretch, stretches. For verbs ending with a consonant sound plus y, like study, the sound is studies. And we change the spelling to IES for these words. This could help you in your reading or writing. So study, studies, ready, readies, fly, flies, cry, cries. But verbs with a vowel sound plus y stay normal. Play, plays. Stay, stays. There's only one more exception to this rule, and that's for some verbs ending with O. We add ES to those as well. Do, does, go, goes. You have to remember this one because that helping verb do shows up a lot in English grammar. I'll show you some examples in just a minute. The verb to be is very irregular and changes form a lot. You can check out our English Danny video on the verb to be to learn more about this special exception. So, what I showed you is how to make a positive statement in the simple present. But if we use that helping verb do, we can also make negative statements and questions in the simple present. First, a negative statement. Just add do not or don't before the verb. I think, I do not think, I don't think. I study, I do not study, I don't study. I teach English, I don't teach English. For third person, you add does not or doesn't before the verb. He does not think. He doesn't think. Lisa does not study. Lisa doesn't study. The computer doesn't teach English, and so on. Now, to make a question, we add do before the subject and the verb after the subject. Do I think that? Do you study English? Do they teach English? Now, if the subject is a third person, we add does instead of do. Does he think that? Does Lisa study English? Does the computer teach English? Now you know how to make the simple present form. When do we use it? There are 6 main uses of the simple present. Some of the uses overlap with each other, and you will see how as you become more comfortable in English. Let me show you the 6 ways. We use the simple present, 1, to express our habits and emotions, such as our likes and dislikes. 2, to talk about repeated or unchanging events and actions. 3, to express truths, facts, and identities. 4, to give instructions or directions. 5, to talk about arranged events in the future. And 6, to ask questions about all of the above. Let's look at some examples of those ways. Number 1, I like coffee. She wakes up at 9 a.m. They exercise regularly. 2, I take the train every morning. It rains a lot during the summer. We usually go inside during the day. 3, the earth rotates on its axis. He's a doctor. Life comes at you fast. 4, mix the contents in a bowl. Take the bus downtown. Begin the test now. 5, we arrive at the hotel tomorrow. Summer vacation begins July 3rd. We have a test next week. 6, do you like coffee? Is he a doctor? What does he do? How do I get downtown? When do you have class? If you watch my 3-way English series, you will see that I use the simple present tense the first time I go through a story. I do that because it's the easiest and most basic verb tense in English. Once you master it, you're on your way. In fact, mastering simple present and simple past is a good way to move from being a beginner to being an intermediate speaker of English. Practice making your own English sentences using simple present, or try to identify it in sentences you read online. Stay healthy and safe, and I hope to see you all in our next video. Bye-bye.